Good morning. My name is Susan May. I am founder of Homeschool Your Non-Speaker and the community Non-Speakers Homeschool Support. And today is the last video in a series of W videos, the who, what, where, when, why of non-speakers homeschool support. Today we're going to talk about when, and there's two different kind of whens. The first when I want to talk about is for members. Once you're into non-speakers homeschool support or NHS, when are our members supported? When can they expect things to happen? So the primary pillar of our community are our monthly member calls, and we have those calls every month. And the time has been set for the third Thursday of every month at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Now, these calls are also always recorded. So if there's months where you can't make it live, the recordings are put up usually the same day. And so even if you have like a monthly therapy session, for example, or a weekly, and it always conflicts, those recordings really are just as valuable as the live calls. And if you have specific questions, you're always able to get in touch with us. So those are the member calls. Our quarterly guest speakers, as the name implies, are about every 3 months. So we have four guest speakers per year, which for me, I think it just is like these perfectly timed shots of inspiration. Uh, I know that when we join things, especially when there's like a monthly obligation, it can start to feel heavy. So our aim in non-speakers homeschool support is to support our families, give them ongoing support, but also to not add overwhelm. And so those quarterly guest speaker calls are amazing. The timing of those calls are usually it can be variable because it depends on the availability of the speaker. Those calls are also always recorded. So the two calls that are associated with NHS Basic, the basic membership for NHS, are always recorded and they are very accessible. And all those recordings from our previous calls are in our recording library. Now, if members decide to join NHS Plus, there is another when, and those are the two spell and dance calls that we have for our students, which are super fun. They're fun for our parents or our communication partners and for the students. The first is led by April Bowden, my partner. April leads that first spell and dance the first Thursday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then I lead a second call sometime later in the month. And that call is more flexible. Right now, I'm aiming for Sunday afternoon or evenings or Tuesdays. And so our goal is by having some set times for our member calls and for our first spell and dance that members can mark those down and they know that's when it's going to happen every month. But also by having some flexibility, we hope to reach as many members as possible. So I feel like that's a maximum impact, right? We have recordings that people can watch anytime. So that's kind of like whenever is good for you. And we have this consistency, so you know when to expect things. We also have ongoing support through our private Facebook group. So this Facebook group, no one else can see it, only members. And we have email support because ultimately the impact of non-speakers homeschool support should be daily. It should be about building habits that support your family and your non-speaker specifically. So the second one is about when can new members join us. And so the way things work with NHS is that we have open doors, which means it's very easy to join. You go to the website, it's a simple click of the button, you pick what plan you want. Do I want to be in the basic NHS or do I want to be in that plus plan where I get to come to the spell and dance calls? We also have monthly and yearly options. So during those open doors, literally everyone's welcome to come. You can join. It's super easy. You'll get a welcome email. You'll get welcomed into our Facebook group, and those happen 3 to 4 times per year. And there's a couple reasons why I choose to close doors in between. And those reasons are you and me. It's better for both of us. It's better for me to have these intense periods where I'm trying to get the word out and I'm able to support people in a high level. And then when I close doors, I'm able to get really focused on what I need to focus on, which is Carter and my family and the members that are actually inside. Okay. As for why is it good for you? Well, it's just human nature that it's better to have a deadline. But all that being said, April and I are really committed to supporting families in the way that serves them best. And so there are often options to get in, quote, a back door into NHS, but it's just not as easy. There's a little bit more of a time commitment or a slightly higher financial commitment. It's nothing crazy, believe me. But I just want you to know how it works. How does this NHS work? And like, what is the win of it? So the final win I wanted to share with you all is this Motomorphosis. This is the shirt from last year's Motomorphosis conference, which is the largest conference for spellers currently. And last year was the first year that my family went. This video, if you're watching the replay, is being recorded in 2026. So in 2025, my family went. I'm going to be there again this summer in 2026, and I would love to see you. And if you're watching this and it's after, I'm hoping to make this a regular thing. So if you're wondering when can I meet Susan in person, because I love meeting you all, Motomorphosis is a great opportunity. So there you have it, the wins of NHS. We would love to have you inside our amazing community because we are creating this space for families where families gather and they never give up. Hope to see you there.